raise eyelets sublime and saved assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein, the gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Irish stylish, same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoken jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside, but she
theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How?
Up first, it's Ryan King Rye Garcia, one of the brightest stars in all of boxing. This Southern California native is King. So much hype. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. This is a high-octane battle. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. That counter shot lands. Not a lot of defense here at all. A perfect counter shot. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with the left hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. It's bombs away. Oh, that punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two.
And there's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. How about that time counter shot? And he just missed with that left jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
They exchange punches. He got out of the way of that right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You've let him back into it. Nice round. Good round, all right?
There's the bell to start round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Looking to land the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Straight right, just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right, just misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always, you know, the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominant.
Back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab doesn't quite connect. Just missed with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Quick punch scores. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Incredible work rate. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Now you start wondering how much work these two fight. Time for the 5th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Catch and shoot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good counter punching. The perfect counter lands. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Only catching air with that hook. A straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Punch, counter punch. Stamina is always an issue. There's the bell to start round 6. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Counter punch. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
1, 2, 3, 4, come to me.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, it looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. I've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fight.
There's the bell to start round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes just so to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points. He
threw a punch and just got countered. Nice stop, but that won't score. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't find a home for that jab. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that... 1, 2, 3, 4.
They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round. And there's the bell for round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? And twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Those counter punches have to hurt. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. 1 moment changes everything, especially in this division. Beautiful counter shot. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous